How well does the Nauticat actually sail? Is the Nauticat sailing well with sails alone, or do you need motorsailing? We have a Nauticat motorsailer, and we get these questions all the time. Is the Nauticat a good sailboat? Do you need to motorsail the Nauticat? How comfortable are the Nauticats? And how are the Nauticats for liveaboards? I will give you our opinion on these questions now. I want to start below the waterline. Take a look at what is under the water. Look at the keel. Now you need to understand that all Nauticats are not the same. They can look similar above water, but they might be different below the water. I want to divide this in different categories. Traditional long keel boats. Have a look at this boat. This is a traditional motorsailer. You can see that the keel starts below the main mast and goes all the way back to the rudder. The rudder is protected by the keel, and this boat has a great directional stability. This is a bluewater cruiser. The problem is that it is not fast and it will not tack easily. Now have a look at the second boat. Here you can see that the keel is shorter. It starts almost at the same place below the main mast, but it stops just in front of the mizzenmast. The rudder is at the same place and is more exposed to dangers. This boat will have a better sailing performance. It will tack more easy, but it will have less directional stability. By looking at the boat above water, you will not see this difference. They are both Nauticats. On the left we have the Nauticat 33, on the right we have the Nauticat 331. Now let's get one more boat into the picture. This is the Nauticat 321. This is an even more modern sailboat. The keel is even shorter and it has only one mast. This is made for sailing performance. Higher speed, easy to tack, less sails, going higher against the wind, but will also miss the directional stability and the benefits of the catch rig. So what is the best solution? That depends on how you want to use the boat. The long keel on the left is best for traditional blue water sailors who don't tack every day and who wants comfort rather than a quick boat handling. It is also better for the shallow anchorages. The modern boat on the right is for those who want performance, and the middle is a great compromise of these two solutions. But wait, there's more. We have the Nauticat 38. And that is yet another solution. Have a look at this. It looks like the middle compromise from earlier, but this boat is special. This is a semi-long keel boat, but with what we call a skeg in front of the rudder. Let's have a closer look. Here we see the rudder. I'll put the green circle around the rudder. In front of the rudder you have the skeg. I'll put the red circle around the skeg. What is the purpose of this? Well, this gives a fair protection of the rudder. The keel and skeg in combination gives a fair amount of directional stability. The keel and skeg does not connect, so you also have a fair sailing performance. It does not perform as well as the fin keel of the 321, but it has a good compromise of all these different solutions. Please note that all these boats are Nauticats. When you see them on the water, you cannot really tell how they look under the water. So, when you ask, is the Nauticat a good sailor? Is the Nauticat performing well under sail alone? Or do you need to motor in addition? Is the Nauticat a traditional long keel boat? Or is it a modern yacht but looking old? I cannot give you the answer. This is because I don't know what model you think of. I have now showed you 4 different variations. They are all good, but will perform different in different situations. What is best for you? I don't know. I don't know how you sail or what you prefer. We have the Nauticat 38 and I can tell you a bit about that boat. The Nauticat 38 is a semi-long keel motorsailer with a skeg, so not a traditional long keel, but also not a modern fin keel. To us, this makes a lot of sense. We look at it as the best solution for our use. She's not a racer, but she still performs okay. Under engine, she's like a displacement motorboat and performs well up to a good 7 knots. On the motor and sail together, she is really happy, and this is actually what she is built for. Under sail alone, she still performs okay. Downwind and with the wind from the side is good. Give her a fresh breeze and she dances in the waves. She's heavy, so a gentle breeze is actually not enough for her. Going against the wind is where she struggles. She can do it, but not as the modern fin keel boats. At the other hand, she performs better than the long keel boats that I showed you earlier. So we are prepared to go a little less against the wind and fill the sails a bit more from the side, or we start the engine and use both. This depends also on how good the skipper is to sail. Myself, I'm quite lazy, and I tend to prioritize comfort and security over speed. Going against the weather is generally uncomfortable, but in this boat you have things to help you out. She's heavy, that is good. She has a V-shaped hull. If you look at her from the front, as the waves do, that gives you more comfortable movements in rough seas. She has a pilot house where you can sit indoors with the heater on and a cup of coffee in your hand. For us, this is more important than the last knot of speed against the weather. We never race. We take our time and we arrive comfortable and rested. When the sun shines, we stay outside. When it rains or in the dark, we stay in the comfortable safety in the pilot house. For a liveaboard, she is a great little ship. You sit inside, but at the same time you are up and can take part in the life in the harbor or at the anchorage. If you want privacy, you can go down in the basement as the others do, but you don't need to if you don't want to. When you are outside, you have the raised aft deck that is fantastic in great weather. So for a liveaboard, I would say it's one of the best. What about the disadvantages? Well, she's expensive to buy, so you need to consider that. She might also be expensive to maintain when the big issues come. The way they built these boats make them expensive to repair. On the other hand, it is a well-known brand and she keeps her value. So you will get your money back if you maintain her well. So as long as you are not aiming for the last half knot and you don't need to win the regatta, then this might be the perfect yacht for you. We really like her, and our boat has got new electronics, new engine, new sails, and now she will also get a new teak deck. More about that in another video. Other disadvantages are the doors on the side and the raised aft deck. These two things are fantastic in harbor and in calm weather, but in heavy weather, out on the sea, this can be dangerous. I'll discuss that in another video as well. I hope this helps. Now you know more about the different Nauticats. Now you can consider which model you should choose to get the features you like. And remember, things are not always what you see. There are important things below the water as well. And by the way, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Good luck with your search for a Nauticat. They are great boats.